Hey friends, good morning. So today's Friday. I have Sabbath prep. I got to do a few loads of laundry if I can get to it actually, because there's some things I'm having to get done before Sabbath. I finally got approved for my driver's license, like I was telling you guys. I got my driver's license suspended because apparently I had a ticket from back in the day, 2010, and I was telling you guys, there's a website you can go to check to see if you have like any tickets that you have, like unpaid tickets, or like, because sometimes things happen, you get a ticket, you don't pay it, you forget about it, and life keeps going. And in my case, I was just living life irresponsibly, and that's, I was apparently driving somewhere, which is crazy because I didn't own a vehicle in 2010, but I talked to RJ and he's like, just pay it, like, so we paid that, and I called the Georgia driver's license department this morning, and they said I can go renew it online. So that's what I'm working on. And then I got to get some food together for Sabbath and cook us some dinner for tonight, which usually what I've been doing lately is I've been cooking like a pot of stew and then like putting it in our thermos, like our big camping thermos, and having a stew that's warm on the Sabbath because we can't cook or anything. So scripture tells us that we're supposed to prepare everything that we're going to prepare for Sabbath. And for us, that's not a problem because, a lot of people like to make it into more than it is, but it's one day, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one day that you're not supposed to cook, and just spend time in your word and scripture and rest and just really just reset for the week. A lot of people make it into this big thing like, oh, you can't cook, and how am I going to do this and that, and we're like, man, it is one day of your life that you need to dedicate to the Father. I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't have to be that serious. There's tons of things you can eat on the Sabbath that's not going to, like, make you go hungry. Like, we do tuna, we have sardines, we have chips, we have fruit, there's cheese, we have tons of nuts and seeds. Like I said, I make a big pot of stew or soup, whatever. I think I'm going to do ground beef and hominy this time. RJ really likes that, like a little Mexican kind of thing. But so sunset today, let's see what time sunset is. And so what we do is we get all this stuff ready before sunset, and as soon as the sun sets, we're in Sabbath. And the reason we do it from sunset to sunset is because in Genesis, the Father tells us that each day is, and the evening and the morning were the first day. So that the day starts in the evening. I know it's totally confusing, unless you're in it, you know what I'm saying? But sunset today in Warner Robins is, sunset, not sunrise. I don't know, that was weird. It said sunset at 9:30 something. Okay, so February 28th, the current time is 2:24. The sunset, babe, today is at 6:32. So I gotta get all this done by 6:32. So laundry may have to wait till Sunday if it be the Father's will. But let's get online and get this driver's license taken care of. Next week, we gotta go up to the symphony. So we're gonna be vlogging all that. Let's see. RJ is my emergency contact. Yeah, babe, I'll take some eggs. So I'm gonna get this done, and then I'll come back and hang out. We're gonna cook, get some things together. I may just wash the dogs' beds because Sierra and Tango, They need their beds washed. And we don't do regular doggy beds because like you can't ever, it's so hard to find like dog beds that you can like take the zipper off, like take the outside cover off. So what we've done is we buy them sleeping bags. Like they have regular sleeping bags that we just kind of fold up, and they use that in their. Sierra's the only one that has a kennel because she's the only terrible one, because Sierra will chew up everything. Like I said, anytime I drop something, she has this thing where if she hears me drop something, she'll come and grab it and then run off outside real quick. And she thinks it's like a game. But and she tore up a very, very expensive, and this is when she was a puppy, but she tore up a very expensive pair of boots that I had. They were made out of rabbit fur, and I had just gotten them. And I was very, very mad. Not at her, just the fact that they were messed up, because I like those boots, but I didn't get mad at her because I left her out, and I was baby puppy. And I remember like I was busy doing something, and it's like it got real quiet. And you guys know, if you have puppies in the house, it's like having children. And so you can always hear them, but she got into my shoes, and she was quiet for a while, and I was like, wait a minute, it's kind of quiet. Where is she at? And then when I found her, she had my rabbit boots just, tore up, messed up. So she's got to stay in the kennel. But we use sleeping bags for them because it's easy to wash. And also, I messed up my washing machine one time when I washed one of their beds that have like that poly foam in it or whatever, and it ended up tearing and it got all in the washer, and it was just a bad thing. So, all right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, let's go down here into the downstairs and put Tango's sleeping bag in the wash. See what she does. Sissy, you coming? Tira. She likes to come downstairs with me. Okay. You hear her ball? Titi, not ball time. We got all the stuff, guys, all the things. But for them, I use this, For them, I use the Tide powder. And for Tango's bed, I put some of these scent boosters. So guys, I have a little project I'm gonna do real quick. So I've had this butter dish for a while. Remember I was telling you I needed a butter dish because the one thing I don't like is that it doesn't have a handle. So let's see how hard it is to open this. Like it's hard to and when there's butter in there, it's gonna be greasy. So I'm like, it was hard to open it, So I have these little knobs that are cupboard knobs, like crystal. It's like a crystal knob. So what I'm going to do is, because I had to do the same thing to a tortilla holder or tortilla warmer that I have, and it didn't have a little knob to pick up the lid. So what I did to the tortilla warmer is I took some super glue and I glued one of these little knobs to the top. Now let's see, is this flat? I hope this is a flat surface. Yeah, so I'm just going to do the same thing to this. And I'm going to super glue this so that it has a little knob for me to pick up the lid. Because all we do right now is we just keep the butter on the counter. I have this super glue we get from the Dollar Tree. And I only have a little bit left. So let's see if I have enough to put this on there. So let's do it. Let's see. All I need is a little bit. Come on. I've got to be careful with this stuff. This stuff, I have actually gotten this stuff in my eye when I was 16. which, you know what, just saying that. All right, so I got a little bit on there. So I'm just spread it out. That should be enough, actually. Let's spread it out. And then I'm just going to stick it to the middle of this. That looks like the middle. Boom. And I'm going to let it. Oop. So yeah, friends, anytime you're working with super glue or any kind of glues, wear glasses. I don't care if it's just some reading glasses or any kind of glasses. Just put on some protective eyewear, because I'll actually show you what I did when I was young. Okay, so guys, what I did when I was 16. So when I was 16 in foster care, you have to get approval to do anything, right? And so I asked if I could get press-on nails, and they had approved me, right? Because you have to call the caseworker and they have to do all this other stuff. But they approved me to get press-on nails, so they went and bought me some press-on nails, and the glue that came with it, I had never put on press-on nails before. And this is closed, by the way. And so I was like trying to put the glue on my nail, and it wasn't coming out. Like, it just was not coming out. So for some reason, I went like this to look inside of it. And I don't know what made me do this, but I squeezed the bottle. I went like this. I like squeezed it while it was right here. And the super glue went straight for my eye. And my first reaction was to take my hand and go over my eye. So I took my hand and I went, oh my goodness, my eye. And I ended up super gluing my hand to my face. That sounds so funny, but guys, this is so true. I ended up super gluing my hand to my face because the super glue had gotten all, like, it had just went like everywhere in my eye and my eyebrow and everything. And my first reaction was to take my hand and go like this, right? And then all of a sudden my hand, and I'm sitting there by myself. Like, I was in my, where was I? No, because they told me I had to do them outside. So I was sitting outside doing them because of the smell. And I was sitting there and my hand is stuck to my face like this. And the only thing I could do was like take my hand and rip it off my face like this. And when I did, no joke, my eyebrow was stuck to my hand like this. And there was glue, like my eyelashes were stuck like this. I couldn't open my eye. And I like stood up and I ran to my they call them house parents. And I went to my house parent and I was like, I got glue in my eye. I was super glue. And they're like, oh my goodness. So they had to take me to the emergency room. And when they did that, they had to put like this contrast dye in my eye. And well, first they had to like cut my eyelashes off, like straight up. They cut my eyelashes off. Then like carefully opened my eye because there was glue on my eyeball. There was glue on my eyeball. So I mean, my eye was hurting. I was in so much pain. And they put this contrast dye in there. Then they had to take this machine that could look at my cornea and the iris and make sure like what was going on, right? And sure enough, I had gotten super glue on the cornea of my eye. So they had to go in and scrape with a scapula. They had to scrape it off. And no joke, guys, I'm 16. So I must have been in... I was a freshman because I was already in high school. I remember I was in high school. So 16 years old, didn't get to finish putting my press-on nails on. My eyebrows gone. They had to chop off my eyelashes. And now they put a gauze pad like this over my eye. And they tape it to my face after the surgery. And they're like, you have to wear this for a whole week. You can't let no light. They were like, you can't let light get into your eye. So they had to tape my eyes shut. And then I had to wear a pad like this taped to my face for a whole week in high school. And I'm telling you, kids were mean. And I was a foster kid, so they had no sympathy for me. You know what I'm saying? Being the only little Mexican girl in this like all white school. That's the truth. You know, we was out in the country. It was like south of San Antonio in the hill country. And they would say stuff to me like, oh, you have a maxi pad on your face and stuff like that. So that's why I don't do my own like little press on nails and stuff. RJ used to take me all the time to get my nails done, but I realized like when you put those nails on and then you take them off, yo, my nail be like so brittle and like it hurts. So I'm like, nah, I'll just do my own nails and paint them. And I found this. Remember, guys, I bought this the other day. I'm gonna paint my nails when we come off of Sabbath, and this is called Pink Blink. And I did a little tester right here. So cute, because I love like the kind of like the neutrals and like the pastel colors. But this is my butter dish, how it's looking. I just tested it. It's kind of off center. I should have put it a little bit more, maybe, I don't know, or is it center? I can't tell. I just eyeballed it, but oops, I gotta let it cure or harden or whatever. And hopefully this sticks to glass. I don't know if super glue sticks to glass. I think it does, but if not, I got some Gorilla Glue that I can use. I probably should have like Googled, does super glue stick to glass? Hey guys, I wanted to show you that the butter container that I glued this thing to, it worked. So see what I'm saying? That's what I needed, was like a butter container that had a handle, because I wasn't like able, there's no grip on this. How do you open it, you know? But it worked, so yay.